Hi, welcome back to Voki. In our last video, we looked at how to customize your avatar, and we are actually ready to go on to our next step. We've looked at the head, the clothing, we've looked at bling, and how to use the arrows to kind of find different things. We also have looked at how to tweak your skin color, eye color, mouth, and hair. So we're going to go ahead now and click on Done because we're done customizing our character. And the next thing that we're going to look at is give it a voice. Now, Voki's pretty cool. It lets you call in your vocals, it lets you type your vocals, and it lets you record with a microphone directly into Voki, or upload one that maybe you recorded in Audacity or another recording tool. I really like the typing one because it is kind of cool, but your teacher's going to let you know whether or not she wants you to type in your Voki's words or record with a microphone. Those are the two options that we're going to be looking at today. So I'm going to go ahead and click text to speech, and that was that little T on the keyboard, and I'm going to go ahead and type in my text. Hi. Okay. Now you might have noticed that as I was typing, I purposely spelled kites as kits. And the reason I did that is because if you were using the type your text option in Voki, you have to be very careful about your spelling and your grammar because the computer is going to read exactly what you wrote. So here, let me show you what I mean.
Hi, my name is Ben Franklin. I love kits.
So see, my Ben Franklin is actually saying something that I don't want him to do. And what I did is I went over here to this play button so that I could preview what my text was going to say. I definitely recommend that because then you can go back in and change anything that you think sounds kind of funky.
Hi, my name is Ben Franklin. I love kites.
Now Ben Franklin's going to say the right thing. Now you might have noticed that our Ben Franklin is speaking in English, and he is using a voice called Paul, which is for the US. Now most of the time you're going to want to pick a United States or a British person, depending on what your project is. But it's important to kind of see that Voki also gives you some options. So if you didn't like Paul's voice as Ben Franklin, we could pick a different person. So I see a lot of girl names here. Maybe I want to try Dave's voice instead.
Hi, my name is Ben Franklin. I love kites.
Okay. You'll also want to know that you can change your accent/language. So for those of you that might need it to speak in a different language, maybe you speak in Chinese and you want your Voki to speak Chinese, you are able to change that also. But you'll want to check with your teacher definitely before you make that decision. When you're done with your text, you just click Done. Another option that your teacher might ask you to do is record with a microphone. Record with a microphone is pretty cool, but you need to know that you're going to probably get a pop-up because your microphone needs a plugin or a player in order to work properly. The plugin that works with Voki is actually called Flash Player. It's one of the most common web plugins that allow us to do really cool things on the web. So it's definitely okay to say allow when it asks you, and close. Now you'll want to make sure that your microphone is plugged in before you record. But when you're ready to record, you just click the record button and you say what you want to say for Ben Franklin. You also need to know that if your microphone can't be detected, it's going to tell you. And that's when you should probably ask for help from your teacher to make sure that you're plugged in correctly. When you're done, you just click Done.